Well, at the very basic level here, you'd be hard-pressed to find a prospect in Major League Baseball with as much potential as Jones. Now, the question is, can he turn some really impressive performances in the minor leagues into that production at the big league level? To me, the last hurdle for him is the strikeout rate, and that's up to almost 36 this season. That's always been his fatal flaw as a prospect. The power is prodigious. He looks like a gazelle running in center field, the strides that he takes out there and covering so much ground. But when you're striking out over a third of the time in Double-A, you wonder how that's going to play at Triple-A and obviously against the cream of the crop in the big leagues too.
I would say that it's even their best chance to go all the way since 2009, which is the last time they were there. But when you have Juan Soto for 1 year, Garrett Cole and Aaron Judge are not getting any younger. And there are some superstars, throughout this roster. Obviously, a lot of them haven't performed to the level that the Yankees are expecting from them and what they've seen from them in the past. But if you have an opportunity to upgrade this roster, you want to do it before it's too late.
I think that we can single into just the infield, for instance. Anthony Volpe started out so hot, but he's been struggling, to say the least, over the last couple of months. Disappointing year from Gleyber Torres, specifically since John Birdie got hurt, which is May 24th. So from May 25th until today, the Yankees have had the worst infield production on offense in all of baseball. So I look at that as either you're waiting until Birdie comes back, you make some trades to also upgrade there. They brought in J.D. Davis. He hasn't played too much of yet, and he hasn't exactly had some success either. Or, you got to have guys step up, right? And DJ LeMahieu has to play better. Ben Rice has been impressive so far since getting called up. And then, like I said, Torres and Volpe, you got to have those guys up the middle start to produce.
I asked him, have you ever thought about adding a third pitch, right? It seems like everyone's adding third, fourth, fifth pitches. And he was like, no. And I was like, you don't need it? And he's like, well, basically, why would I if my fastball slider mix is this good? And the reason why Neely would be great for them is his strikeout rate. Since the beginning of the 2023 season, in all of affiliated baseball, of all pitchers that have thrown more than 100 innings, Neely has the second best strikeout rate.
Remember last summer when Luis Severino said to the media that he's the worst pitcher in baseball? The numbers actually supported that. He was pitching like the worst arm in the league, and he's so far removed from those two seasons, 2017 and 2018, where he was a Cy Young candidate, looking like one of the most electric, dynamic arms in baseball. So it's exciting to see him be able to recapture that old form.
So many Yankees came to Tampa early, and the morale was higher. Everyone was motivated after the way last season went. But those last couple of weeks of spring training games, as much as the results don't matter, they're very important for every single player because the starters are going to start to play deeper into the game, 6, 7 innings in the field, 3, 4, 5 at-bats by the end. And if Judge is missing out on that time, he's one of the best hitters on the planet. I think he'll be fine as long as he's healthy. But it's something to keep an eye on.
It's bolstering a strength, right? I mean, if I told you in early March when he went on the injured list that the Yankees would have the best starter ERA in all of baseball in early June, I don't think you would believe me necessarily. Luis Gil has stepped up. Marcus Stroman's been great. Carlos Rodon and Nestor Cortez have had bounce-back seasons so far. And I think that the stat that really tells it all so far is that all 74 games for the Yankees, the starter has gone 4+ innings or more. And that's a streak that you'd expect from the Highlanders, not the Yankees. It's one of the longest season opening streaks since 1900. So the Yankees have been incredibly reliable and consistent in their rotation, and now they're adding the Cy Young Award winner from last year back into it, so it's even more of a strength.